Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a couple of things more so with the production of this video and talking about some products. So today's video, we're going to be talking about a portable folding solar panel, as well as a small Bluetti battery bank unit, which can be paired together or used separately. So let's get into the process of charging this thing up, have a look at the products, and talk more about the production of this video as well. All right guys, so having a look at the products that we're going to be talking about today. First off, we have the Bluetti AC50B, which is a 700 watt or 448 watt hour battery unit. Very useful, handy small unit. And then over here we have a 200 watt folding solar panel. This is from Solar Play. It is a 4-panel fold-out system equipped with MC4 connectors. And we actually have the MC4 connector and the adapter to plug into the Bluetti unit. So let's get this stuff set up and have a closer look. All right guys, so we've positioned ourselves in a little bit of direct sunlight to get the solar panel set up. So this is a 4-panel system. It does have these Velcro kickouts. So we're going to open up the solar panel, get all of these kickouts placed and get it positioned appropriately in the sunlight. And right now we've got optimal sun coming right from behind the camera. This is a little tricky to set up sometimes. It's kind of flimsy and floppy all over the place. But once we get these positioned, that looks pretty good right there. We're going to take our battery unit and I'm going to place it behind the solar panels. The reason for that is we don't want the battery getting hot while it's charging, because that can actually kick off the charging function or slow it down drastically. In the back of this solar panel, there is built-in cables. So we'll unzip this. It has a MC4 connector, and I'll just read off some of the specs to you guys here while we're here. The model number is the T200. The peak power is 200 watt. The solar cell is mono. The cell efficiency is up to 23.4%. Max voltage is 18 volts. Current at max power, 11.1 amps. It's functional between -10 degrees and plus 65 degrees. And that's pretty much it that's on there. So we'll open up this panel again. And we got some clouds rolling in, so we're going to be losing some sunlight here for a moment. All right guys, so I've got the MC4 connectors from the solar panel plugged into the adapter for the Bluetti. We're just going to take the adapter, plug it into the battery, and we are now currently charging. So I'm just going to let this thing build up to its appropriate wattage input, because this battery unit does have input and output smart technology being able to be displayed. And right now we're climbing. We just hit 95 watts, 100 watts. So the battery is currently at 16% battery life. And it looks like it's topping out at 100 watts with this current setup with these cables and the sun that we have right now. And there are other clouds that are going to roll in, but not for probably another 20 minutes or so. They're pretty sparse and spaced out. So right now it's dropped down to 91% to 90, 94, 100, 101, 103, 106. So it's going to bounce around as the intensity of the sun fluctuates. But the important part is we're at 16%, and right now it's given an average, right now it's at 110 actually. It's giving an average readout between 3.4 and 3.6 hours of charge time. So we're going to monitor this, and while we're monitoring this, we're going to jump into the production side of this video and let this do its thing for a little while. We'll check on it frequently, and then we'll talk about how long it took and why I'm doing this. All right guys, so moving in towards the production side of this video, I am using the DJI Mic 2 in my hand right now. This is Bluetooth compatible. I've got my daughter Brooke with me, who's actually been helping quite a bit.
Yeah, hi.
So the reason why we're filming this video using the Mic 2, number one, let me just explain this. I do have some long-term plans for what we're doing right now with the camera and the microphone, and it goes into minimizing a lot, because when you do long-term trips carrying a big camera, you need a big solar panel to charge everything, like that big one back there, battery unit, so on and so forth. And then you need a computer to edit all of your videos. So right now, Brooke and I are doing an experiment with the phone, microphone, tripod. That is it to do this entire video. Pretty cool?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So this little microphone, pretty small.
Yeah.
It only takes about like 20 minutes to charge with a USB cable. Very little power. My cell phone, very little power, charges very quickly. Tripod doesn't need batteries, right? No. So that means we don't need a computer. We don't need any of that stuff to film, edit, and upload a video from very start to very finish with just the phone, which is how I started this channel about 7 years ago.
I think
6 or 7 years ago. A long time I started this channel with just a cell phone and a crappy laptop. I've never actually done start to finish just with the phone. Never. So this is going to be a first. So let me know what you guys think about this. Brooke's also helping out, learning the little tricks of the trade here because she may start her own channel in the future. Who knows? But pairing all of these little tiny pieces of packable gear together and being self-sufficient on the trail, realistically, having a small solar panel to charge a phone is a lot more efficient than converting power into AC to charge camera batteries or carrying DC compatible gear to do all that stuff. It's very, very time consuming. So this is pocket friendly, doing this on the trail, hiking somewhere, as long as you have cell phone reception to upload the video. You can do all the editing in your tent at nighttime. You do the filming during the daytime. You can upload when you hit a spot of cell phone reception, or use Starlink, or head into a town and use public Wi-Fi if you're on the go for long term. So I'm going to talk more about this and a couple additional pieces of information, plans, why I'm even talking about this, because I do have something very major planned in the future. This channel will not change. I just want to mention that right now. Nobody get all in a panic or fret. The channel will remain the same. As you guys can see in the background, we do have the battery unit and the solar panel charging. We're going to let that do its thing for, I don't know, half hour?
I think, yeah.
Half hour, and we'll come back in a real-time situation. Like I said, today is spotty with clouds, so this is going to be a real-time test in the northern hemisphere during August, during the summer. What realistic charging capabilities can you get out of that panel? Its efficiency rate with variables like spotty clouds, maybe a little bit of less intensity. We're up in the northern hemisphere. All of that stuff that's going to give a real-time look at what we could put in there from 16% all the way up to whatever percent in 30 minutes. We'll be right back. All right, guys, it's been about 2 hours of sunlight and charging. I did have to move the solar panels probably 2 or 3 times just to readjust because the sun did go out of sight. As you guys can see now, it is kind of hitting the side of the panels. I've moved it back in closer just because there are clouds rolling in, and we're gonna wrap it for this day of charging. Like I said, 2 hours, and we started at 16%. Right now, even turned on its side, they're still bringing in 22 to 21 watts. We were able to bring it up to 55%. And this battery is a 448 watt hour battery. So that is a small physical size battery, but in watt hours, it's actually quite respectable for a battery size. So 200 watts, you're not gonna get the full 200 watts out of a panel ever, but putting in at about 115, I think it topped out at 115 watts today. And right now, like I said, it's putting in 26 now that the sun's kind of hitting it a little bit more. And if we kind of change that, 30, 31 watts. So it does take a significant amount of time. And the sun does move. So charging is a little bit kind of hit and miss, especially the season and your hemisphere where you are located for solar. But that's it. We're going to wrap it up right there. All in all, the panels did work really well. They do have metal grommets, so you can actually hang this in a vertical fashion or a horizontal fashion like this from a side of a tree, a side of a building, or a side of a vehicle, such as your van if you're a van lifer, which makes this probably a little bit more powerful in the sun, I want to say, for in our hemisphere dealing with the sunlight coming down on a hard angle, especially this time of year. So like I said, 55%, not too bad. We'll have to get this back out in the sunlight and finish off the charge. The bonus with the Bluetti is it does come with a cigarette 12-volt lighter plug that you can plug into your vehicle and plug into the unit and finish charging that way. So I'm going to be doing that a little later on today as I get in my vehicle and start driving to a location. So that'll be 100% when I'm done. Folding these up is quite simple. Like I said, they all have the kickstands built into them, and the cable does go inside. You can store all kinds of adapters in here. So if this is not your cable type adapter, there's enough room in there to put some more adapters in there. These MC4 connectors are very, very handy. If you do have an MC4 connector splitter on your off-grid home or your property or possibly your van, like I said, if you are a van lifer, you can actually tap this into your system in your vehicle and add 200 watts more solar to your home by simply running these in series or in parallel. And that will give you that much more harness and that much more quick charging time. Just snapping this together, carry handles. So like I said, this is from Solar Play, and this battery unit's from Bluetti. The adapters come with the battery from Bluetti. Like I said, this cord with the MC4 is already on it, and the 12-volt connector, as well as an AC plug. So 3 methods of charging this. All in all, a great battery, does a lot of charging for me in the van and out on the road. The solar panel is also great. I stick this underneath my mattress in my van, so it doesn't really take up any room, so storing it is no problem. And so far it's been working really, really well. So let me know what you guys think. Also, let me know what you guys think of the production side of this video, because I am now going to dive into my phone and edit and upload the entire video from start to finish, other than the video intro, because that's on my computer and I don't have it on my phone right now. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you in the next video.